Good afternoon, friends. Welcome to my next video. So in the earlier video, we have discussed about many things. In the first video, we discussed about the importance of why, importance of how, and importance of what. So that is the first video. Second video, we discussed about how our mind, especially subconscious mind, will actually help us to achieve the success, the kind of success what we wanted. So these are the things what we discussed in the second video. And in third video, of course, we discussed about the happiness. What is happiness? Happiness is an internal thing. Then how it affects our physiology, how it affects our psychology, how psychology and physiology are connected with each other, how we can change our psychology by changing our physiology, how to be happy without any condition, how to be happy without any condition, etc. So now I will take it further. I will cover both happiness as well as emotional intelligence because they are related to one another. Because everything starts with a thought. Thought becomes feeling. Feeling becomes emotion. So emotion is the output of a thought. Ultimately, emotion is the output of a thought. See, actually, what is a thought? Thought is nothing but it is an energy pattern which creates in our mind. So thought is our reaction to some situation. Some situation means every situation we react or respond. Of course, many things will happen in front of our eyes in our day-to-day life, and either we react or we respond. So these reactions or responses, we can call it as causes. So we'll create thoughts. So experts say that there will be around 90,000 thoughts every day, and okay, of course, most of them are negative thoughts and few of them are positive thoughts. So here we are in this particular video, we are only concerned about the negative thoughts. How to avoid negative thoughts so that we don't have the negative emotions, negative feelings. Because see, when we thoughts becomes feelings, so they will create some bodily sensations, and then feelings become emotions. That is the final output of the thought. Then we both mentally as well as physically gets affected. And it has been scientifically proven that all our diseases, most of our diseases were related to the stress and emotion we generate every day. And first they will be created in our mind, and then they propagate to the body and done whatever the damage they have to do. So therefore, it is very important to avoid negative thoughts, negative feelings, negative emotions, or at least whenever negative thought comes, at least we should be careful that so it is not affect our mental state as well as positive state. See, as I said earlier, thoughts are nothing but our reactions or responses to the situations or the events that are happening in front of our eyes. So thoughts cannot be avoided. Don't try to avoid thoughts. Of course, some enlightened people, some sadhaks, what we call it as, those who have done sadhan, they can spend hours together without any thoughts. Even our own Sadhguru Jaggivaste, he claims that there is no thought in his mind. So something like that. So thought is inevitable. Again, we classify it as positive thought and negative. How to, okay, positive thoughts, we need not to worry because they don't harm us. They will create positive feelings, positive emotions, which are helpful to our body also, helpful to our psychology, that is mind also. Whereas negative thoughts are, how to avoid negative thoughts? See, the easiest thing to avoid negative thoughts is let them pass by. Let them not stick to them. Let them not try to catch them. Because we do that mistake. We stick to them. Some negative thoughts comes, we stick to them. For example, somebody has died due to heart attack. Naturally, some negative thoughts will come and we stick to it. And that negative thoughts of heart attack, okay, the same age person has been died due to heart attack or cardiac arrest or something like that. So naturally, you will feel fear fear of that particular thing, and that thoughts will come. Fear is the feeling from the thought, actually. Fear is a feeling. Fear can also be called as an emotion. So, if we don't cling it, let us part. Okay, it will come and it will pass. Because remember one important thing: thoughts are maybe ours, but we are not thoughts. Thoughts may be ours, but we are not thoughts. For example, pen may be mine, but I am not pen. This book may be mine, but I am not this book. I am different, that is different. So if you maintain this difference between your thought and yourself, your mind, then you will be able to at least reduce the impact of the thought or completely avoid the thought. Let it pass by. Hundreds of thoughts will come. Whenever we hear negative news, so negative thoughts, it naturally comes. Don't try to resist also. The more you resist, more you invite them. For example, I will tell you, if I tell you that don't think about monkey for 5 minutes, for 5 minutes, don't think about monkeys. Then what happens? You try it. So your mind will be full of monkeys. So not only 5 minutes, even 5 seconds also, you cannot live without thinking. You cannot spend time without 5 minutes also without thinking about the monkeys. So whatever I try to resist, that will forcefully our mind conceives, our mind thinks. Therefore, don't try to resist negative thoughts. Resistance creates stress. Stress creates stress-related diseases in our body. Therefore, don't resist. Just calm and quiet. So samatva, it is called as samatva in Sanskrita. Even Kannada can also be translated as samatva. And also, I think in Hindi also it is called as samatva. Samatva, samachitta means whatever positive thoughts, whatever negative thoughts that comes, let us treat them equally and let us allow them to pass. Let us allow them to pass. So that we are not going to stick to it, and we are not going to cling to it something. So this is the easiest method available to avoid the negative effects of our thoughts, our negative thoughts on our body as well as on our mind. Okay, it requires some practices. It is not as easier said than done, but definitely it can be achieved. So if you remember that thoughts may be yours, it may be generated in your mind, but you are not your thoughts. So that is very, very important to understand. So keep distance between your thought and yourself, your mind. So that way you can avoid the thoughts. Then thoughts will become feelings, whether it is negative or positive. That feelings create sensation. For example, if you think about some diseases, your body will start showing the symptoms. You may start sweating. You may see your heart rate may increase. So many such things. Your stomach may start churning. You will feel another feeling called as fear, another emotion called as fear. So fear is the common emotion actually attached with the negative emotions. So start churning. So acidity, stress. These are all starts happening. That is in the stage of feeling. Then it will be in the form of emotion. So is that emotion increases beyond a limit, what happens? It will give rise to emotional outburst. Okay, emotional outburst is okay. It is like a pressure cooker thing. It is like a releasing the pressure. But if that emotional outburst doesn't happen, then what happens is it will be resulted into anxiety. It will be resulted into panic disorders, and finally it may result into nervous breakdown or depression. So these are all connected. So remember, my dear friends, when feeling starts, your body will start showing the emotions. So those emotions will create sensations. So those sensations will be harmful to you. So those are false sensations actually. They are false sensations. Nothing will be there in your body or in your mind, but it create that those negative thoughts will create false sensations. So if you cannot control emotions before it is becoming stronger and stronger, then what happens? It leads to anxiety. Anxiety attack, something is called. So anxiety attack is more sweating, more trembling of maybe trembling of hands, heartbeat may increase, BP, blood pressure may increase, and the fear will be at the peak, something like that happen, and we lose control on ourselves. Anything may happen in anxiety. So totally, there will be releasing of negative hormones. There will be releasing of negative hormones. Next stage will be panic attack. Panic means you are just out of your mind and you are just try to avoid that situation, and you do something which is unwanted. You may do something unwanted. Your entire thought process may go for toss, and you do something which is not necessarily not necessary. So panic attack. So you will panic. So you will panic. So if you see a snake, you will panic, and the reaction will be either fight or flight. But mostly it will be flight. You will run away. But you cannot run away from negative thoughts. That is the things. So therefore, my dear friends, before panic attack, you need to control. Before anxiety and possibly panic attack, you need to control yourself, because in panic attack you may become unconscious. So many things may happen. Many things may happen in panic attack. Then panic attack, if it is not controlled, it will lead to nervous breakdown, something called as nervous breakdown, and the person goes into depression. So nervous breakdown means, actually nervous breakdown has an important thing. Your positive emotional hormones will stop releasing. So what happens? The person goes depression, permanent depression, or maybe temporary also, because at that time of depression there will be no releasing of the positive hormones. Positive hormones should always be releasing on in our bodies, like dopamine, endorphin, testosterone, and oxytocin. So this should be not exactly every hormones, but at least few of them should be tickling in our body, so that we have that healthy feeling or feel good feeling. Otherwise, if they stop and fear overtakes, anxiety overtakes, panic order overtakes, then there will be nervous breakdown, and they permanently stop. It is very, very difficult to get them that particular things back. So you need to have medication. Supplement of dopamine, supplement of endorphin, supplement of testosterone, supplement of oxytocin. So your psychiatrist will find out which hormone is lacking in your body, why it is so, and he will give it in the form of supplements. Of course, you have to suffer the side effects of such allopathic drugs. Of course, there is Ayurvedic drugs, but the best thing is to control the depression is to go for some natural methods like meditation, natural methods like yoga. Then see, even yoga can be used to stimulate the positive hormones. Exercise stimulates positive hormones. Walking and running stimulates positive hormones. Whenever you exercise, you feel very happy. Even though in depressed mode, you feel very happy because of the release of the endorphin. The endorphin is the positive hormone that gets released due to exercise, walking. Walking, especially walking in the nature, not in the treadmill. Walking in the nature, you will get the pure oxygen also, as well as these things will be. Running is also one thing. Of course, it should be done very carefully and within your limit. Your age and other factors will consider while you choose to run. Even walking also, the fastness of the walking should depend upon the age factor and your body condition, your heart condition and all. So before choosing exercise, walking and running things, you have to consult your doctor. You have to consult. You have to conduct a test called stress test. So the stress test gives you a report that how much stress, that is exercise stress or your heartbeat stress, your body is capable of. There is nothing wrong in even a healthy person can undergo stress test, so that he can know the health of your body, his body, his heart. So and of course there is a medication to improve that condition. So after medication you can run fast also and walk fast also. But it is very important after the age of 40-45, if you are choosing walking or exercise or running, it is better to consult a physician and explain everything and go for some of the tests. They will recommend your test. Then that is, your endurance power has to be tested. How much power this thing endures? Otherwise, it may be proved to be dangerous. Many dangers happen like this. Even in the gyms also, a lot of people have died. So therefore, my dear friends, this is also one of the things you need to consider. So what I was telling actually is, these are the things you need to go for. These are the natural things what you can go to increase the level of hormones, positive hormones in your body, so that you feel comfortable and healthy. Otherwise, you have to go for the allopathic medicine supplements, or if there are any such things in Ayurveda, you can go for that, or any other like homeopathy also. If there is, I don't have idea about these things. With that, okay, to supplement that, you have to go for a healthy diet, balanced diet. There are many fruits which stimulate the feel-good hormones in our body. Many fruits. Dopamine is actually food-related. It will create joy. The joy what we create after eating ice cream, after eating our favorite food, it is due to release of the dopamine. That is a healthy hormone. So these things we should keep in mind. So a person, once he found to be depressed, because he shows many signs like sluggish shoulder, not interested in life, then pale face, poker face. So a lot of symptoms he want to sit alone. So loneliness. Then will show many bodily postures. So immediately you have to contact a psychiatrist immediately. Before that, that's depression goes further. Of course, in NLP, what we do is, if a depressed person or if anxiety person, anxiety can be cured from, if it is an initial stage, it can be cured from NLP. Panic disorder, there is a technique called fast phobia cure in NLP. If you practice that, so you can come out of the phobia also. In the depression case, what we do is we try NLP techniques, but if we cannot, because in that state, a lot of people were unable to practice. It needs practice. It doesn't happen overnight, just using one technique, something like that. So you need to practice it in your day-to-day life, so that gradually in 1 week or 2 weeks, you will overcome the depression. So, but if otherwise, what we do is we will see 1 or 2 days, 1 week or 2 weeks. Then otherwise, we will send him to a psychiatrist to get the medicine. But after getting medicine also, NLP will be helpful, because so finally, if you remain in the same state, you have to take the medicines lifelong. So to reduce the intake of the medicine, once you take the medicine for 1 or 2 months, so of course you will mind your physicality will come to a state, stable state. But if you leave the medicine, that will reverse. There will be reverse effect. So you will be affected very badly. Boomerang, what kind of things will happen. So therefore, to avoid that, it is better to learn NLP technique. You can avoid anxiety, you can avoid phobia also, and even if you are medicated under depression also, if you use the NLP techniques will help you to help the release of the positive hormones, and so that once the natural release will start, then you can reduce the tablets. You can reduce the tablets gradually, no stopping. Gradually, you can reduce to one fine day. They will give you something called maintenance dose that you have to take 1 year or 2 years, and finally take also. It depends upon person to person how willpower he is having, how mentally strong he is having, something like that. So this happens in almost everybody's life. So if you hear the stories of everybody in life, including me also, one or other day in their life, they have suffered anxiety, phobia, and depression. For example, regarding this anxiety phobia, so there is something called aeroplane phobia is there. Then something called lift phobia is there. And during traveling of lift, if power goes, there will be phobia, there will be anxiety. All are due to generation of negative thoughts. So we can avoid the negative thoughts, or we can use the NLP technique to calm down our mind so that the negative thoughts will go away and positive thoughts will be replaced. So another one thing, important thing is you can replace the positive thoughts with the negative thoughts. That thing is there in the NLP. In NLP, we teach them how to replace your positive thoughts to negative thoughts. So that because our mind can thought only one thought at a time. At any given moment, at any given instance, we can think thought only one thought we can. So naturally, when a negative thoughts occurs, if we bring out a positive thoughts, it is not so easy. NLP has a powerful technique to have that. So if we do that, so the negative thoughts will vanish and positive thought come and positive hormones start. So this is very, very important to know. So this is regarding the effects of the emotion. So because emotions uncontrolled will result into emotional outburst, depression, lot of panic attack, anxiety, and it will jeopardize your public life. Your life will be sabotaged. You won't enjoy picnics. You won't enjoy outgoings. You won't enjoy parties. You stop going parties. You stop going meetings. So a lot of such things, your total public life will be jeopardized by such depression, anger, anxiety, and all. You wanted to spend your time alone in the house. It has happened to me for around 1 or 2 years. So that's why I will tell my life story in another video. That's why I learned I was on medication also. That's why I learned all these emotion, whatever is possible, I learned, like NLP, emotional intelligence, CBT, and all those things. Why I first learned is to apply to my mind, to apply to myself. I practice it and I overcome all those things. 90% I had overcome already. And now I wanted to share that knowledge. I wanted to share that. So that's why I chose to become NLP trainer, emotional intelligence trainer, happiness trainer, or happiness coach, you can say. We normally call it as a coach. So that's the reason I have chosen it. So therefore, my dear students, controlling your emotions is very, very important, especially if you are a leader, if you are a manager, you have to handle a lot of people. So handling a lot of people is nothing but handling a lot of emotions, because every person is bundle of emotions. So you have to control the emotion. They may be short-tempered. They may feel bad for just for a small thing, small scolding, small firing, etc. So you need to with everyone you have to interact according to their emotional quotient. So that you will come to know when you learn emotional coaching. So, and most importantly, you have to you know how to control your emotions. You should not be disturbed. You should not be in anger state. So you should not be in a agitated mind, something like that. Therefore, my dear friends, so these are the things you need to, especially for leaders, for those who wanted to be leaders, those who wanted to be managers. NLP, emotional intelligence coaching, happiness coaching is very, very important. So with this knowledge, I would like to conclude this small video. So my dear friends, so avoid the negative thoughts. Try to avoid the negative thoughts. So remember the saying, thoughts are mine, but I am not my thoughts. there is a sufficient distance between my thoughts and me. So therefore, you can avoid it. So otherwise, you have to go for treatments. So natural treatments are. If you like this video, if you feel that this video is very, very useful for you, then please subscribe to my channel, as well as please share it to your friends so that they also can get benefited. Thank you. Thanks for watching.